Every time I go to the server to find every friend in the house wants to see me tonight. With a little shutdown, I feel it just right. All I wanna do is see a beautiful sunlight.
Hello people, it's Poet, and I'm starting this video off with like the biggest need to sneeze in the don't you just hate that when it's like you're perfectly fine and all of a sudden just this huge desire to sneeze for no reason. It's like and it won't go away, nothing solves it, you don't get around to sneezing, it just stays there, hangs there. It's terrible. But anyway, welcome back to the TimeShot server. Lots of positive responses to the last video. I know that there was a lot of tension there involved. I think that there are several videos if you really need to still have things cleared up, because Mog Swamp actually put it pretty good in his videos that he kind of commented about the Red Cube server on. He said some comments, for example, like if Mindcrack all of a sudden shut down for no reason, or any big YouTuber server shut down for any reason, that people would be desperate for kind of reasons and answers and explanations. So I don't think that my video alone was a very good explanation, personally. Which is why I want to direct you guys to obviously check out some other people's videos who were talking about the same kind of thing. Mog Swamps, he has actually a couple videos that you guys should check out. One of them was basically his last Red Cubed episode, I think it was, on the series. Where he talks about the end and how it came to be, and his thoughts, his personal thoughts, some of which he didn't get quite right, but, you know, he was just going off of what he personally heard or felt. So, I mean, I do the same exact thing, so obviously I can't fault him for that. And most of the video was perfectly fine, so go check it out. All the video was perfectly fine, is what I'm saying. But, you know, no matter where you look, there will be some speculation and misinformation. That's kind of what I chatted about in the last episode, was, you know, you can't really speculate. Nobody knows the truth except for the people who it directly affected. So I'm sure that no matter whose videos you watch, you're still going to miss something. But check out that one, the last Red Cubed episode that he had, and one of the newer episodes currently of his Flat World, where he also talks about Red Cubed and the future of his channel and things like that. I watched both of them. They were very pretty cool stuff to watch and listen to, just to get someone else's perspective who I didn't have a chance to chat with very much during the whole event. After I had left, I sent him a personal message, like I did with a lot of the members, actually, which is something that I guess I didn't really mention, was that when I left Red Cubed, I actually took time and sent personal messages to most of the people on the server, just kind of giving them my opinions, not so much that, really, but giving them my reasoning. Oop! Whew. That was close. Wanted to get up there to light it up a little bit better, but failed. But yeah, I sent personal messages to most of the people. Not every one of the people, but most of them. Some people I was fairly certain would know the inside information already as to why I left, or I just hadn't known for long enough to say, like, well, this is why I left. You know. I kind of wanted them to... They probably knew already, or they would hear it from someone else, so I didn't want to just go on and on and on about it. Mog Swamp was one of the people that I did talk to regarding my leaving. And he was one of the ones who was very supportive of it. Actually, every single person I talked to was very supportive of it. I think I might have mentioned that part before, where I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of the people said, yes, I agree with everything that you've said, and the reasons for your leaving. And so, I mean, that was kind of a nice gesture from some of them who, you know, they could have just told me off right then and there, like, you know, well, you should have stayed, you should have stuck with the community and built the community up. But I think I was actually very pleasantly surprised that everyone I talked to was very supportive of my decision to leave, and realized that, you know, I'm my own person and I'll leave for my own reasons, and I'm not going to stay strictly because of a community. That's a huge reason to stay somewhere, but you know, if I personally feel that there's a need to change, then I'll take that personal need to change and roll with it, you know. So yeah, that was kind of cool that he made those videos giving his opinions. I got to listen to them, and they were very good. I think I also mentioned Drew's video in the last one to kind of check it out. There are a lot of things that I felt like you can't blame the guy again. Like, he was very stressed that day. It was a very painful day, especially for Drew, because Red Cubed was his baby. You got to keep that in mind when you think about it. It was the thing that he started, his pet project, and he really wanted it to succeed. The fact that it didn't, you know, you could tell just in the way that he spoke. You know, Drew, who I knew to be very bubbly and flamboyantly energetic, was almost a different person when I spoke to him. Oh God! Egg zombie. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah, he was almost a different person when I spoke to him. Oh, man, that scared the crap out of me. Ruined the story, too. Stupid zombie. Skyda's Minecraft fan, all dressed in golden armor. Coming to get me again? Oh, no! He spawned a friend! Oh, there we go. Ha! Oh, I hear more. You hit one and they all come running. I'm just lighting up these caves more than anything. I'm going to be considering this place to be more of a home now. These caves down here. And the mob attacks are almost constant, so I want to put an end to it as much as I can and just light up little areas like that and like up there. And I'll run out of torches and stuff. That's why I'm getting way more torches. Let's do that. There we go. Let's just keep lighting. Oh, look at this darkness here. But anyway, the comments that Drew made in his video, they were very heartfelt. You could at least tell that much. Like, some of the opinions might have been incorrect, but he meant well. You know, he was very passionate about the server. You could tell that. And very saddened by the fact that it all had to end. So, when you watch his video, always be kind of open-minded and realize that, you know, don't be taking anything to heart when someone's really upset about something, you know? Try not to hold grudges. Try to look at it openly and realize, like, why he said what he said and how he came to those conclusions and what it must have looked like from his point of view and things like that. So check out Mogswamp's videos, check out Drew's video, and most of the Red Cubers who left before the server closed, they did do farewell videos, and in those farewell videos often they expressed why they were leaving. You know, it was for all of us a very personal decision. which leads me to my next point, because I've actually been receiving a little bit of hateful and hurtful comments, and I've talked about these comments in my Red Cubed episodes, like the first season, where we had over 100 episodes. I talked about it more than once, that to someone who does YouTube videos, it doesn't seem like much, you know, these videos. I'm just walking around, I'm just chatting. What am I doing right now? I'm placing torches in a video game, you know. That's not a very difficult task. It doesn't take a lot of skill. It doesn't take a lot of training. But it's what I do. I consider this to be basically my outlet, my art form, my way of life. And when I feel threatened, that is threatened, I do take it personally, and I know obviously that I shouldn't. They always say don't take hurtful comments personally, but like I said in the past, and like I'll say again, you do. It's human nature to take things like that personally, whether you like to or not. You almost can't help it. And so, you know, I've been getting a little bit of hate, and mostly it's been misguided. And I've been I feel bad to even admit it, but I've tried to defend my honor in little ways. One of the main things that I hear is that I had something to do with Red Cube closing, or that Red Cubed closed because of this server opening, or that, you know, people are going to unfollow and unsub and dislike the videos and stuff because it's not Red Cubed, and that now it's ruined and not the same. And Scott is Minecraft fan. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Rubber booties! Oh, I like that guy now. I take back all the bad things I might have said. Thank you very much. Did I get all the stuff in this hallway? Oh yeah, there was gold right there. Yeah, I want to try to reiterate, and the problem is that the people making these comments are the ones who refuse to or will not watch these videos, you know, in their entirety. They're just gonna come to the channel, make a comment about how they hate me now, or they hate the content now, and then go on their way. They won't ever actually watch it through to realize how misguided and wrong that is. You know, I can repeat 1,000 times how much I wanted Red Cube to succeed, how much respect I had for every single person on there and the videos that they make. It doesn't matter. People will come to these videos and dislike them and say hurtful things anyway. But one of the most frequent comments I've received is commenting on this server compared to Red Cubed, and I really, really wish it could be different, in that I don't want this server to be compared with Red Cubed. When we created it, I never once had that thought in mind, that yes, this will be the new Red Cubed for me, that will do things better, that will do things right, that will do things our way. That was never my intention. I had an idea in my head for a server that I wanted to be a part of, and that's what we worked to create. It was nothing to do with Red Cube did this certain thing wrong, let's do that certain thing right. You know, it had nothing to do with that, at least not me personally. That's not why I started the project. That's not why I wanted to be involved in that kind of project at all. It's completely not true. So for people to say, you know, any comment regarding Red Cubed in general, I wanted to look at that server as a group of friends, you know, that I collaborate with. I didn't want to be in the position right now. It's such a unique position now where I have to look at it in a way that, like, well, you know, their server closed and mine's now open, and I think people are really upset about that. They feel the pain that Drew also felt, and I mean, trust me, so do I. That's totally something that I feel. And I think people are just, I guess, upset in a way. They loved the Red Cube server as much as any of us did. And when it closed down, they got upset just like all of us did, you know. I don't think that a lot of them are realizing just how upset the former members were that it closed. Me personally, I really wanted to see it succeed, so it was really tough to see it not. I want to just reiterate that over and over and over and over again. If I could, I would. It's just, how do you get through to the people who are going to leave the hurtful comments and the hate that you never intended for things to turn out the way that they did, you know? I had no control over that kind of stuff. And taking all that kind of blame for it is a little bit overwhelming at times. I got thick skin, trust me. I can manage it, I can handle it. So I don't let it get to me. And I will continue to remark on those comments in bold and feisty ways. Because, I mean, seriously, I admit, like I said, I've been replying to some of the comments, and my replies have not always been very respectful in a way. Like, if someone threatens the thing that I love, like I was getting at before, I will defend it. YouTube is my passion. YouTube is my life. YouTube is everything right now. And basically, when someone comes and says, you know, I hate you because some blank thing, you know, I take it personally and I will defend that. So, you know, you can expect that. And hopefully, this is something actually that Mog Swamp had talked about in one of his videos that I asked you guys to check out. He actually talked about rational thinking. And, you know, how basically if you look at things rationally, look at it from both sides, you might come to different conclusions. I think that's kind of what he was saying. At least that's how I interpret rational thinking. Is that if you look at things objectively, like from both sides, and say like, well, I'm really upset because this turned out this way. But then look at it from the other side of things and realize, well, maybe I was wrong because they did this certain thing for this certain reason, you know? There's always going to be two sides to it. You got to look at it from both sides rationally. Think about it rationally. Even though, like, I pride myself on living in the world of the irrational. I think that a lot of creativity stems from irrational thinking, which is kind of the funny way to think about it. But that's just the way that I am. I'm unique in that way. In that if I think a certain thing is the perfect thing to do, maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll do something else instead. Why? Why not? You know? Irrational thinking sparks a lot of creativity in what I do. So to think rationally about everything is not always the best thing for me personally. For some people, definitely. They pride themselves on being very rational, thinking about things thoroughly. Me, I'm more of a kind of a spur of the moment type of person. Do things irrationally and kind of just roll with it. And that that speaks for the whole TimeShot server in the way that it was created. This is another thing that while I was watching MogSwamp's video, he made comment that it looked like TimeShot was very well planned out thing, despite all of us saying that we would never have any kind of a server project again. Like, some of us went right out and said, well, I'm not looking for a server to join. I'm not looking for a place to hang my hat right now. I can tell you for a fact that that was true. That was absolutely true. And I mentioned that in my last video, but I'll say it again here. Like, that's absolutely true. I was not looking for a place at all. And I don't think any of the people who joined were really looking for a place. It literally was the course of a few days where we finally said, yeah, you know what? We've thought about it enough. We've thought about doing this idea for a few days now. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so who should we invite? And we started throwing out invitations, just like, you know what? Hey, so-and-so, you want to join? And that was all that there was to it. And we managed to come together. We had a server purchased. We had, like, logos done up. We had ideas for what the server is going to be about and what we're going to do on the server. We had planned the group event, and it all just kind of came together. It really did seem like we had planned it. But I think that just speaks for the amount of talent that we managed to get onto this server. It's quite unbelievable when I think about it. Just how much talent we have, and how quickly we can get these decisions rolling. And that's, I mean, it really gives you that great feeling like of success and ability when, you know, everybody is kind of working hard to make the server something, even though we are nothing right now. It speaks volumes that we at least have the appearance that we're something, you know, because honestly, we haven't tried hard, and it comes naturally to all of us, so that's a great thing. Let's see. I will put that there. That there. There we go. But yeah, that was kind of MogSwamp's opinion, was that we had. I think he's probably gone back on that opinion these days. I can't speak for anybody. I can't speak for anybody but myself. I say that about myself. I'll say that about other people. But yeah, basically, he had made comment in the video that we said we weren't going to go anywhere, and then it seemed planned that we went to this server, and literally it all just kind of came together. We had no plan. There was no plan. It's not how it worked. Now let's see. I don't want that to look like that, with the water broken like that, if you know what I mean. What I should have done, was go like this, and then actually put the water sources there. Ugh, float up. Come on, come on, come on. There and there. And now break away the blocks. There we go. And now if I place the ones around the outer edge, then it'll be all solid, non-flowing blocks. There we go. This is looking better. I had a thought of maybe putting glass pillars all the way up. Kind of make it look a little bit cleaner. Where else is missing? Just that side. And one more. There. Now the top is all still water. Very nice. Alright. Iron. Could use some iron. Why not? Let's see. I kind of want to go all the way to the top, so there's going to be a few more rows that I have to do on this tower. And then I thought of maybe making like a circular port through here and then out to the other ravine that's on the other side, assuming that it's just as tall. We'll see. I might have to make that circular port right through this level where there's like, I can see the other ravine, I think, from that side, so might do that. But I want to make this, like the entire ravine here, a series of chambers that look like this, and have like circular entryways through the whole thing, and kind of interconnect them and make quarters and things like that. I don't know if I care for the redstone floor yet. It's kind of just a test. Kind of just a what should I do kind of thing for the floor. Also have a spider grinder. It's just a very basic dual cave spider grinder that I made with Nia. There's two of them here, and instead of bringing them both together, we decided to kind of keep them separated like this, so that we both could stand here or have more than one person at each one. And as far as the drops go, like I think you saw in my inventory before, all the string and eyeballs that I had for spiders. So we're definitely, like, the drops aren't a problem. So putting hoppers and chests and stuff to get that, I don't know that we really need that right now. So that's that. What else? I don't know. Okay, so that's another thing there. I think I'll finish the glass off here as well. And kind of lead into my next little thing that I was going to talk about. And this is kind of just spoiler alert that you won't really, it won't spoil anything, but just know that a few of us came up with an idea for a series involving TimeShot members. And that's really what we want to do, and the whole purpose of the server was to get people together to give you guys good content. And what we've kind of thought about, and this is kind of an interesting idea, which I won't spoil anything about the idea. But we've come up with kind of a way of being able to... This will really sound impossible to any YouTubers out there who might be into the whole collaboration thing. But we've come up with a way to collaborate in a way that all the members can get involved, but they don't all have to be there all the time for every single episode of the series. Like it's done in such a way that, for example, say one day I can make it and Sigils can't. We just will fill in a certain way. Oops! Ooh, that hurt. It's very hard to explain what I'm talking about unless you see it, and you won't be able to see it yet. In fact, we have a lot of planning to do yet. This is kind of just something that we just talked about a few hours ago now. So it's very fresh in my mind. But we've kind of... It's sort of interesting to think, like, within the course of a couple messages between each other, the group sort of came up with a way of making a collaboration series that can involve everyone, and will involve the fans as well in certain ways. So that's really, really, really interesting. And you guys can look forward to a lot of that kind of collaboration coming from this group. It's what we really wanted to do, and what the whole purpose behind this group was. So it's a very good thing. that we're kind of coming up and brainstorming these types of ideas is a very, very, very good thing. So that's that. Let's see. Channel stuff. Why don't I talk about that? I've got another idea in mind for a series. I've actually kind of put down the groundwork already. It's a non-Minecraft series that I'm thinking about doing. I've put down the groundwork, like I said, and I'm ready to start recording. It's just a matter of I need to start recording, you know. And there's been a lot of that lately, like something has happened in my life, very personal to me, and I won't be talking about it right now anyway. But it's taking a lot of my free time, in a good way, I'll say. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going to put the glass up there. That's where I was trying to head all this time before I got distracted. Yeah, it's taken up all my free time in a good way, and that's all that I'll say about it. But that means that I just haven't been able to record a lot of the extracurricular stuff. Like, I find Minecraft to be the requirement, and then anything else is kind of, at this point, the extracurricular, like the if I have time, why don't I type of stuff. So I haven't had a lot of time to record that kind of stuff, but I'm definitely wanting to. So there's one series in mind that I'll definitely be getting around to eventually. And I'm going to keep that one under wraps for now. I'm being very secretive today, obviously. But there's another one that I won't keep under wraps, is Tug, the Untitled game. You guys saw a couple episodes, maybe 3 episodes of that game in the past. They have had a lot of updates and patches since I last recorded that, and it's all in alpha right now, like not even beta. So there's a lot of improvements to the game being made daily, basically, and I want to record more of that. I talk to the developers regularly, and I don't want to leave them thinking like, you know, I'm chatting with you guys and agreeing with the project and loving the project, but I won't record it, you know. I do support it. I do love it. I do think that it has humongous potential. And so I'm going to try to kick off that series again, just to showcase at least some of the new things that have come about. I know that there are... I don't know how much I can say about it, but there might be more Cube World content coming soon. That's all that I'll mention right now. And what else? Let's see. Project that I can't tell you guys about that I'm thinking about doing when I have the free time. Tug. Cube World. There's something else. Something that I'm missing. Oh yeah! I remember now. The Aether. The Aether series kind of just... I was so disappointed that that had to end. You know, and that kind of all ended because... And I never really addressed how it ended either. It kind of just ended because the server that we all had running with the Aether developers just kind of went flop and shut down one day randomly, and I was kind of upset. Everybody else sort of lost interest in the Aether. All of the people who were on the server just stopped recording one day, just up and stopped. And that was kind of disappointing because I would have loved to have continued some of the collaboration stuff, the dungeon crawls and the things of that nature. And it almost left me with a feeling of like, well, maybe people only did it because, you know, it was the popular thing to do at the time. It was the exciting new thing to do. Nobody really had the same drive or passion for the Aether mod as I did, which I guess I shouldn't really expect. But yeah, I was very disappointed that that had to end, and that it ended the way that it did. So I'd like to start that series up again as soon as possible, but I've basically just been waiting for an Aether update. They've got updates planned like crazy, but until I really see something rock solid, I won't be starting up the series again, because you start up the series, you get something going, suddenly the huge update happens, and your entire world's broken because nothing kind of works the same. I hate when that happens, so I'm kind of just being patient, waiting for the Aether update to happen, and then I'll kick off that series again. Another really important stuff. There's lots, I guess, channel updates. Lots of stuff happening. Pixelmon, the Pokemon in Minecraft series, is in season 3 now. Mixed opinions about that. A lot of people miss the single player world, but I think the majority are really happy to see the Pixelmon now on a multiplayer server, and it's only going to get better. Let me tell you, I'm not going to spoil anything like I've been saying. I want you guys to stay on edge and have that mystery and be wowed when it actually happens, because it is a wow type of thing. We have been in talks to get maybe some kind of customized map type of stuff going on. I won't say any more than that. That's a pretty big spoiler. But you guys can kind of maybe put together your own maybe thoughts and imaginative ideas about what that might mean. We do have a multiplayer server where there's actually a pretty big group, and we haven't actually all gotten together to record just yet. I think only a few people have actually been on the server yet. But it's loads of fun. And this is something that I've told people in comments. I don't know that I've ever really actually said it here. I'm not 100% sure. I might have mentioned it in a video before. I might have. In that I've never really been a fan of the Pokemon in Minecraft series. And I'm the first one to say, do what you love doing, don't do something just because the fans like it. And I do really love the Pokemon in Minecraft series. I was one of the very first in at least my group of friends to start doing it. I was one of the ones who inspired Challenge Accepted Inc., for example, to start doing it. And now that's like their main series on their channel, and they're super, super, super popular because of it. And they've received really big success from it. And I've always enjoyed doing that kind of stuff. When I was looking for a modded Minecraft series to do, the first thing that came to mind obviously was dinosaurs. That was years ago now, basically, feels like. The second thing that I immediately thought of was, hey, is there a Pokemon mod? And that's when I found the original Pixelmon, which was so terrible. Looking back at my very first season of the Pokemon in Minecraft, that mod was so flawed in so many ways, and had so many issues, and got so much rage because of the map that I was using and things like that. I mean, that was a rough start. Second season was much better. The mod was improved. I downloaded the update to the mod and stuff, and then we kicked off a single player world in just survival mode, no map, and that was kind of fun. So now in season 3 we're in multiplayer, and we're thinking about maybe doing a huge map event type of thing, which I hope will have good reviews. I'm scared about it because obviously when I did the custom map, the Kanto map, in the past, it it didn't do so well. Nobody really liked it. But what I was basically going to say is that, I didn't talk about it in videos much, but the Pokemon mod, as much as I love it, and I love the idea of it, and I loved the concept of it, and all that kind of stuff, I didn't enjoy really making the content as much as I hoped I would. And the only reason that I was really finding that I was continuing the series was because the fans requested it. Like, I would stop and I wouldn't make videos for a long time on the series, and I had to look back at myself and say, like, well, why aren't you making a lot of videos on the series if you love it as much as you do, you know? And the fact was that I didn't like it as much as I had hoped I did. Moving to multiplayer gave me a whole new outlook again. It's kind of spiced things up. It's made it fun again because I don't have to go out there and know everything and find everything and do everything. I have a whole huge group of friends that I can go and do that with. And if they're online at the same time, I can say, hey, I'm battling this. What type is good against that? And get an answer back without having to look like a complete and utter moron when it comes to Pokemon and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about that series now kicking off its 3rd season, and I'm really starting to enjoy it again. So that's a really good thing. I don't ever want to be stuck doing a series that I start disliking, which is kind of where I admit fully Pokemon in Minecraft was headed. So you can rest assured now that I am happy with it now, and it won't be ending anytime soon. And for the dinosaurs videos in Minecraft and stuff, I've been really slow in getting those out, but it's only because of the huge amounts of stuff happening with TimeShot and other things going on in life. So, with all of that said, another very, very long episode. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully next episode we will talk about more lighthearted things in the beginning. And with that, like this video to support TimeShot Server and the people on it. Check out their channels in the description. And subscribe if you haven't already. Do all those other awesome things that you people do. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.